this video, I am going to be sharing with you how you can reprogram your subconscious mind in order to attract success and prosperity into your life. I'm going to share with you a very powerful method that you can start utilizing today, and by tomorrow, you can start waking up and attracting much more of the things that you want in your life. Welcome back to another video. My name is Matt from quickmanifest.com, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing a powerful technique to reprogram your subconscious mind for success and prosperity. Now, this is something that when I started using it in my own life, I began seeing things in my reality change. Simply put, my life got better. Not only did I begin attracting more money, but just an overall general love and well-being began flowing into my life as well. Now, feel free to take notes in the comments section while you follow along, and you can submit them at the end or follow along however you please. But let's go ahead and get started. So our mind is divided up into two different parts. We have a conscious mind, which is our creative mind, and we have our subconscious mind, which is our programmed mind or our habit mind. You see, our brain is just like a computer, and when our brain develops from the early years of our lives, we begin downloading behaviors by observing our parents, our brothers and sisters, our neighbors, or whoever we're kind of around most. And the first 7 years of our life, again, it's all about observing. It's about downloading these behaviors that we see. It's these behaviors that then get stored into our subconscious mind. The problem is nearly 70% of those programs that we downloaded from others are negative or disempowering or even self-sabotaging. So now we go through, our everyday lives, even 20, 30, 40, 50 years later, and no matter what actions we take, our minds habitually go back to those programs and thoughts stored in our subconscious mind. Now, only about 5% of our lives are governed by our actual conscious mind, and everything else, the other 95%, is governed by our subconscious mind. So that means if 70% of the things in our subconscious are disempowering, then most of the stuff we hear ourselves saying to ourselves is negative. And actually a study was done, I think around 5 years ago or so, that said we listen to ourselves say negative things to ourselves more than 70,000 times a day. They're just the same thoughts that just keep repeating over and over and over again. And they are thoughts, just like, I'm not good enough, it's not going to work out. It never works out. I can't afford that. I'll never have the money that I want. I'll never be successful. Things like that. So it's no wonder we haven't attracted any prosperity or success, because our mind isn't programmed for it. It's programmed for the exact opposite, right? Because whatever you focus on with energy and repetition, you'll bring into your life. So the key comes down to, how do we reprogram our subconscious mind and wire ourselves for success and prosperity? How can we wire ourselves for getting the things that we actually want? So here's what we really need to come to understand. Again, remember, whatever you focus on with energy and repetition, you'll bring into your life. So we need to change our thinking. The first thing to notice is the thoughts like we're having right now are negative, and they are constantly repeating in our subconscious. So we actually need to go into our subconscious and create a pattern and infuse it with thoughts of prosperity and success. And when we do that, we will begin to attract it into our life. So we need to start to generate what we actually want to think about. We need to rebuild the software in our mind, and we do that through things like affirmations, positive thinking, positive statements, things like that. And there's a high performance like business advice coach, and his name is Dan Pena, and he's worth around like $500 million or something like that. And he owns castles and cars and all sorts of things. And it was very interesting. He was asked in an interview one time what he owes a lot of his success to. And he said, affirmations. He said that he uses affirmations and says them to himself every morning when he wakes up and before he goes to bed every single night. He said he does around like 40 of them at a time. And he's been doing it for like over 60 years. He's like 85 or in his 80s now or something. And that's simply because he knows the importance that they are reprogramming his subconscious mind. Now, there's a lot of different ways to create affirmations, but the main keys to them are: 1, concise choice of positive words; 2, clear visualization; and 3, a corresponding feeling. So what I'm going to share with you actually comes from Dan Pena himself and how he creates his affirmations. So basically, you want to begin each affirmation, and sorry, if you're taking notes, please write this down. You want to start each affirmation with I am, because your brain recognizes the word I as being you. So it's important that you start it with I am. And then you're going to want to add an emotional word for each affirmation. And then you'll write each affirmation on the present tense using a verb that ends with ing. And then you'll want to say each affirmation out loud twice daily at least, or as much as humanly possible when you're first starting out. So for instance, if you're wanting to increase the amount of success and prosperity in your life, your affirmation might look something like this: I am thrilled and exhilarated, easily attracting an abundance of success and prosperity into my life with every breath I take. And a more, I guess, specific one you could do is, I am exhilarated and excited, effortlessly making $4,000 a month from my online passive income business. So you can see you can get a little more specific, but you can see how each affirmation has an array of very powerful words along with emotions associated with them. Like, I can really feel them when I say it. I can even see it when I say it. And those are the keys, really, to get very, very descriptive. Really feel it. Our brain, the reticular activating system in our brain, responds to repetition, imagery, and emotion. So the more you say an affirmation, the more you say the positive statement, the more you say it, the more you see it, and the more emotion you feel from them, the more it works. Now, me personally, I do affirmations every single day, and I always keep my affirmations in my phone with me, and I recite them as much as I possibly can throughout the day. I don't give myself any limits on, I should only do it this many times. I do it anytime I can possibly think about it. However, there is a more impactful time that you can do them as well, and that is right before you go to bed at night. Now, when you're lying down in bed and about to go to sleep, your mind is shifting from different states. Now, when we're awake, we're in what's called the beta state. So we're like 100% conscious of what's going on. We shift from the beta state to an alpha state. And from the alpha state, we then go into the theta state. And the theta state is almost like a meditative state, which is almost like half asleep and half awake state. And then finally, you'll switch into delta state, which is sleep. And sleep is 100% subconscious mind, 100%. So again, if you are saying and feeling the emotion of your affirmations while you are in that theta state, they are going to carry over to your subconscious mind when your brain switches to the delta state when you finally go to sleep. So that's literally like sticking an external hard drive full of positive thoughts and images and sticking them into a computer and just downloading all the new things to it. You know, that's literally the quickest way to reprogram your subconscious mind for success, for prosperity, for well-being, for everything. This is even something you can do tonight, guys. And when you wake up tomorrow, you'll start seeing big shifts in your reality. Like it does not take long. Now, before we wrap this up, another thing I really wanted to share with you that you can do on a daily basis. You know, you can focus on the affirmations at nighttime or in the morning, but this is something you can do on a daily basis as you're going throughout your day. And it's a process known as thought flipping. And thought flipping is when you hear in your head, you know, those thoughts of like, oh, I'm not good enough, or things like that, you flip it to the positive. So you immediately say to yourself, I am good enough. Or, you know, maybe you get a thought of, I'll never live the life I want. Immediately thought flip it and tell yourself in your head, the life I want is coming for me now. Like, even if you don't believe it at first, keep telling yourself this with repetition over and over again. I promise, like, it'll start working, and soon you'll start be able to feel it. And those negative thoughts, the habits of thinking those negative thoughts, will turn into a habit of thinking positive thoughts. And that's exactly what we want. Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's a big supporter of this method. And he even said he did this like all throughout his life. He said there were so many people that would tell him, you know, he would never be an actor, that, you know, nobody would be able to understand his English the way he spoke, that nobody would ever be able to even pronounce his last name. But he said that every time someone said something negative to me, he would do the opposite. So when they said, no, you can't, he heard, yes, I can. And when they said, you know, you'll never be a movie star, instead he heard, you know, I'll be the biggest movie star of all time. And what ended up happening? Like, he's a household name, he's a Terminator, you know, everybody knows him, he was the governor of California. So this stuff actually really works. It's really incredible. So don't waste any more time. Like, start doing this now. Start rebuilding the software of your mind. You know, remember, you are creating your reality from your beliefs. And when you change your beliefs, you change your reality. And a belief is simply, this is simply put, and this is straightforward, a belief is simply a thought that you keep thinking. So keep thinking good, positive thoughts of success and prosperity over and over and over again, and that is going to become your reality. And once that becomes your habit of thought, oh boy, literally, there's no stopping you. Guys, if you like this video or would like more videos on the power of your thoughts and the law of attraction and similar subjects, please take the time to smash the like button and smash the subscribe button. Also, if you were taking notes in the comment section, now is the time you can submit them so they'll save for you. And also feel free to leave a comment below for yourself. Let me know your results, trying out these things, you know, trying out thought flipping, trying out affirmations. Let me know how they go, and if there's any extra tips that I didn't share in this video, we'd all love to hear them, so please let us know below. And once again, guys, I have other videos on the channel. I'd appreciate if you stuck around, watched a few other videos. I hope they're being very beneficial to you. Again, I'm trying to make more every single day for you. So that is it for me now. Hope everyone has a good day. Peace, much love, take care.